Presence. I think it's very important that we have this discussion, and I mean, there is absolutely no doubt that school transport provides a really pivotal role in the day-to-day life of many families right across the country, and in my own constituency included. Population is growing, the geography of our communities are expanding, and in the case of my own constituency, which includes a large population area in Swords, we have to ensure that service is adequately provided, I should say, to children relying on school transport to get to school every day. And I think I would have to urge the Minister, as others have done, to publish the review of Phase 2 and 3 of the school transport at our earliest opportunity, which will, of course, underpin our ability to build a sustainable transport scheme for children across the country. And just to echo some of the comments that my colleagues have made, particularly Deputy Higgins, outlining the unique challenges of some students, where a student with an additional need with physical disability was sanctioned for a service, but no seat, no bus was actually available. And that was really a regrettable situation that I know, unfortunately, has been replicated across the country, which leads me to the point that I would like to make most strenuously, and that is that we must ensure that the tender process employed results in a reliable service, and there must be adequate and demonstrable evidence given by providers that they are in the position to actually deliver the service when it is needed. For example, with regard to having regard to driver shortages after the contract has been awarded, as has happened in my own constituency, which I'm sure the Minister and members will accept is one of the most frustrating things to occur when you get over the hurdle of getting the ticket in the first place, only to discover that there isn't a service available. I also believe that consideration should be given to how restrictions are placed on with regard to the distance to the school, particularly when it comes to Gael Scullin and Gael Oireachtas. In large population centres, the closest school might not have availability for a large number of children, and in the case of a couple of children in Swords who selected Gael Oireachtas Glór in Balbriggan, only to be told no, Gael Oireachtas Rockran in Dublin 13 is actually your local Gael Oireachtas. And by geography, yes, by distance it is, but actually Balbriggan is closer. Balbriggan is closer in terms of journey time, Balbriggan is closer in terms of avoiding traffic, among other things. And I think, Minister, that we need to build in an element of flexibility, not a free-for-all. There are unique geographic circumstances at play across the country, and I do think that we need to be able to recognise that, quite apart from the fact that Glór is a brand new school, well, a relatively new school, whereas Rockran is still languishing in prefabs, I think almost a decade after it's supposed to have gotten a new building. I believe it is fair, Minister, to say that the school bus services provided is absolutely fantastic when the buses show up and when you have a ticket. But unfortunately, as is the case with a lot of public services from time to time, when the mistakes happen or when errors occur or when delays occur, it can be fairly catastrophic towards the children in question. Minister, you know my constituency. We were up there not too long ago. It's a large geographic community with 5 major towns and 5 minor towns. There is quite a distance between some of them. Others are joined together. But at the same time, we also must take cognizance of the fact that my constituency, not unlike the rest of the country, has large geographic spreads between it and different requirements, both in terms of the Irish language medium, but also in terms of non-religious and non-religious education. So just something that I'd like for you to consider and put to the department. Thank you.
Thank you.